war, pain, and death. Some of the harsh elements in life we'd all love to evade. However, can we ignore such realities of communities from across the world? In this video, we'll break down the Israel-Palestine conflict and take a closer look at the humanitarian crisis that followed. 7th of October 2023. Hamas launched an unprecedented and scathing attack on Israel, resulting in the death of 1,139 Israelis. Hundreds were captured as hostages in the process. However, what followed was a massive human rights crisis, unlike any other seen. The Gaza Strip and the West Bank became modern theaters of war in the response as instigated by Israel. Let me put this into perspective. 42,000 dead in Palestine ever since the 7th of October. These numbers are not negligible. What are the justifications given from either of these entities? Who holds them accountable? Are bodies associated with international law effective? Now, these are some of the questions we'll ponder. The roots of this conflict can be traced back to the late 19th century, when the First Zionist Congress in the years 1897 called for a Jewish homeland in Palestine, responding to such rising anti-Semitism in Europe. Meanwhile, Arab nationalism was growing as well, with Palestinians asserting their identity and their claim to the land, creating the foundation for future tensions. The 1917 Balfour Declaration by Britain supported a Jewish homeland, heightening the fears of Arab displacement. The British mandate saw violent clashes, including the 1920 Nebi Musa riots, the 1929 Hebron massacre, and even the 1939 Arab revolts. In the year 1947, the United Nations proposed the partitioning of Palestine into Jewish and Arab states. Jewish leaders accepted, but Arab leaders rejected the plan, leading to the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. This resulted in the establishment of Israel, the Nakba, which was a mass displacement of Palestinians, and the exodus of Jews from Arab countries. To take a critical perspective, a lot of actions as committed by the military are regarded as actions of self-defense, whereas when the same comes from retaliation efforts, it is called as terror. It is interesting that we do not regard the construct of state terror under this framework. There is a complete disregard of all the basic elements with respect to humanity. Homes, schools, and hospitals are being unethically used for the purpose of retaliation. Base camps that the Hamas use, and in the efforts taken towards the so-called self-defense, they've been mercilessly destroyed by Israel's forces. There have been various allegations of Hamas using human shields. Israeli forces respond with a rigor, drawing no lines of difference between militants and civilians. Food trucks delivering aid and help to Palestinians are being stopped and looted. Can we overlook such humanitarian crises as mere collateral damage? These are blatant violations of human rights. In a welcome move by the International Court of Justice, Israel's occupation of West Bank, the Gaza Strip, and even East Jerusalem has been declared as being unlawful. The ruling also determined that Israel's actions violate international law and the International Convention of Elimination of All Forms of Racial Discrimination. All that being said, it is also important that we must understand the experiences between both the Israelis and even the Palestinians. This becomes essential for fostering dialogue and even seeking paths towards peace. Even after the death of Hamas leaders such as Ismail Haniyeh or even Yahya Sinwar, the war still rages on, with the nature of conflict now further escalating against Hezbollah in Lebanon and even the Houthis in Yemen. It raises a foundational question as to what more can be done by international bodies entrusted with global peace to ensure stability. I invite you to reflect on these questions. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, do not forget to share the same. Or for more of such content, do subscribe to our channel.